The next provider that we're going to be talking to is Danielle Strawmyre. She is the woman behind Ready, Set, Grow. And she teaches classes for pregnant and postpartum bodies that are about movement and also have a kind of, I would say, a spiritual aspect. If you are someone who's on Instagram, we highly recommend that you go watch her pregnant pandemic dances. They've been movement and spirit combined in a really nice way. So I'm going to go ahead and invite her to come and join us today. Hi, Danielle.
Hi. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you sound great.
Okay, great. I've had quite literally every technical mishap that could happen, and then some I never even imagined. And I'm not naked. Oh, I'm wearing a shirt.
It's a hot day.
It is a hot day, and I'm pregnant, and yeah. So thank you so much for that intro and for shouting out the pregnant pandemic dances. That's pretty close to my heart. Sarah, just FYI, I plan on ending my talk with a little really easy stretch that people can do. Yes. Needed, including while breastfeeding. If somebody is breastfeeding or chest feeding at home. So, hi, I'm Danielle. I'm the owner of Ready, Set, Grow. And we specialize in movement classes and movement education for pregnant and postpartum people. We are a nationwide network of teachers. We have teachers in Philadelphia, Boston, Santa Fe, New Mexico, and of course here in Portland. We have always been really dedicated to creating space for all pregnant and postpartum people. So we're really thoughtful about our offerings and our language and our a safe space for all. And with that in mind, you know, all pregnant bodies are different, all postpartum bodies are different. We want to make sure that we are serving people that have, you know, every level of body awareness and fitness pre-baby. So our classes are really focused on meeting people where they are. We do a live stream class each day for pregnancy and one for postpartum. And you know, the thing that's great about those is if you are showing up and you have a specific issue, teachers can kind of incorporate things into the class in real time to address those issues. We also offer all of our classes for 24 hours as a recording. So if, you know, those of us who have already had our children probably are used to, oh, the best intentions, we show up for a class or a Zoom meeting or whatever it is, and you know, something happens, there's a blowout, or you wind up having to feed your baby the whole time, or baby's, you know, needing your attention. So what's nice is that you can kind of go back if you only got to take half of the class, or if you missed it all together, you can just take the class at a time that's convenient for you, and they change daily. We are, let me see, we are going to start our, what we're calling the RSG Park Tours in August. So a few classes, at least one prenatal class and one postpartum class will be available at a local park. Most of them will be in Northeast or North Portland area. There are a few people who've reached out that are interested in some other areas. So we'll probably do a pop-up here or there. But we are also going to have regular socially distanced outdoor support groups for both pregnant and postpartum people on the weekends. And I'm excited about that. Being pregnant during all of this can be, it can be really disconcerting, to say it lightly. The space itself, which is where I am today, because we are in the process of renovating our attic so that we can fit a third human in our house, is mostly being utilized by artists and activists who are local to Portland right now. We are offering a few classes are being live streamed here, and we are offering some in-person private lessons for those who are interested in the studio. And there's also a massage therapist working out of our practitioner room on a limited basis. So yes, postpartum classes are taught by a number of different students or a number of different teachers. In fact, one of our teachers who just joined, Liz Winters, who spoke earlier today, we're really, really excited to have her on the team. I am starting to scale back on teaching because I'm going to be having a baby. And I need to slow down a little bit on teaching, and especially the core. So Liz will be teaching the core rebuild classes, especially the core classes where a good amount of the exercises that I need to demonstrate, I'm either on my back or on my stomach, and neither of those things are work for me anymore. So we're excited to have her. We also have a stretch and flow class that's a combination of yoga, core pelvic floor rebuilding, and some dance fundamentals, all through the filter of postpartum recovery, and postpartum yoga, of course. We also offer a class for parents to do with their children. It's a little more focused on the kids, but parents can do it with them, because a lot of times if you have an older child, they see their parent doing yoga with the baby. Maybe they feel a little left out. So this class is for those kids who are a little older, toddlers, preschoolers. And our classes also offer a space for processing. You know, there is a good 10-minute, 15-minute kind of round table or circle time, for lack of a better word, in the beginning of each class. So yes, we really, we know it's important to offer healing, physical healing, but it's also important to hold space for a lot of the emotional and mental things that come up, both in pregnancy and the postpartum period. So I'm going to be putting some pre-made classes up on the website soon. They will be everything from when you first have your baby, and just learning how to breathe correctly, activate core and pelvic floor in a gentle, healthy way, to start to kind of move toward the 4 to 6 week period where you can start moving a little more. So those classes will be broken down into kind of levels, like start here. Once you feel comfortable with this, move to the next thing. We will be focusing on both core and pelvic floor rebuilding for the postpartum period, and prenatal pregnancy for each trimester. And I think that's all I was going to talk about, but I thought I would give us a little moment to stretch. So often we find this happening a lot when we're feeding our babies, or when we're sitting in front of our computer, or when every single personal interaction, or it feels like every single personal interaction we have is on a computer. We start to develop a posture that can really start to do damage on your back, your upper back. So the first thing I want everyone to do is just take a moment to sit back a tiny bit. So I like to say, imagine you're sitting back against a flat wall. And you'll notice that you may even have to engage your core a little bit to do that. And the next thing I want you to do is imagine you're outside on a sunny day and open your chest just enough that you would feel the sun shining on your chest. Let your scapulas be like 2 pads of butter just melting down your back. And so this stretch we can do sitting at a computer. You can also do it while feeding your baby. You would just have to wait until you switch sides if you're breastfeeding to do the other side. So you're going to send your right arm out to the side, palm up like you're holding a tray. And you're going to roll that shoulder back and really feel it moving down your back. And then I'm going to scooch over so you can see my whole arm. You're going to rotate your hand and press through the heel of your palm. Keep that shoulder moving down. And now move that hand 1/8 of an inch further back. And then you're going to draw a slow, small circle. And then slowly bring your left ear to your left shoulder. And just keep that circle going. Don't bring your shoulder to your ear, bring your ear to your shoulder. And then bring that slowly to stillness. Press through the heel of that palm a little more, keep that shoulder moving down, and then press to your fingertips and let your head float up. And then touch your heart, just because it feels nice. And then we'll do the other side. And I'll scoot my chair over so you can see this side. Roll the shoulder back and down, palm up like you're holding a tray. Rotate through the hand, press through the heel of the palm. Bring it 1/8 of an inch further behind you. And you can start your circle as you slowly bring that other ear, now your right ear to your right shoulder. And keeping that left shoulder moving down. Beautiful. And then bring that to stillness and press through your fingertips. And again, touch your heart. Beautiful. That's it. I just wanted to show you that one little thing. I know some of you have probably been sitting. I know Olivia and Sarah have been sitting in front of their computers all day, so maybe that feels a little better. Yeah, that's all I have to say for today. We also have some breastfeeding and newborn care classes that are available online as well. So if anyone has any questions, if anyone would like, we're doing monthly memberships. And we have a sliding scale. All of our pricing is now sliding scale. We want to make it accessible. We offer all of our classes free to Black families, and we have scholarships for any underserved community, the LGBTQ+ community, the BIPOC community. We offer lots of options. We never ever want people to not be able to access self-care pre or postnatal. So reach out, email us. Follow us on Instagram or Facebook if you want to see some of the fun dances I've been doing. We just shot one up at my in-laws up on their farm. So I'm gonna post that later today. And thanks so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. And, you know, we've got a comment that says, thanks for that great stretch. I definitely feel it. I have been sitting all day, so thank you.
It's a simple little thing, but that's, I mean, the classes that what I strive for in my teaching is to give easy to remember, accessible movement practices and little tricks that help you move through your day. Like I always say, you know, we want you to be able to pull the car seat out of the car without throwing your back out. So are you going to remember, I need to like activate my iliopsoas? Or are you going to think to yourself, close your book, feel the sun on your chest? See, you don't know what that means. You're going to have to come to a class to find out what close your book is.
I guess so.
Anyway. What?
I said, I guess so. I guess I need to sign up.
Come on in. You're postpartum forever, right?
Okay. Well, thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And if anybody has any questions for Danielle, go ahead and throw them in the chat. But yeah, thanks for being a part of the Parent Trip today.
Thanks. Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure.
So good to see you.
Bye.
Here is Danielle's information with where you can find Ready, Set, Grow. I know that I will probably somewhat obsessively check it later today for that dance. They're so good, you guys.
They really are. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Thanks for watching. If you liked our channel, please make sure that you hit the button at the bottom and subscribe so you don't miss any other videos we have coming up.
If you want to know the moment we post, hit that bell to notify you.
Ding, ding. We're also on Facebook and Instagram.
At the Parent Trip PDX.
And we have a Patreon that we'd love you to check out.
We do all of this for free. We love to support you. We love to share all these resources. But it would help us out a lot if you came and gave us a little support so we can keep doing what we do.
Thanks.